All right, so you want to get started with CRM Analytics. Assuming that you've got your permission set licenses and permission sets assigned correctly, you've got analytics turned on in settings, and then all you need to do is jump into your app launcher, and we're going to type ANA for Analytics Studio. Let's click on that. And what that's going to do, it's going to take us from our core Salesforce environment into our Analytics Studio homepage. This is where all the magic happens. So we're here in our home tab at the moment. We've also got the ability to browse the various different assets that we have in this environment, dashboards, components, lenses, apps, etc. We're able to look at items that we've favorited so we can come back later. And there are some other links here. Of particular interest is the data manager, and we will look at that one in more detail later on. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get our hands dirty with CRM Analytics. The best way to do that is to hit create, click on app, and we're going to create a new analytics app. Now, an app is essentially a folder that contains various different analytics assets, including dashboards, lenses, data sets, models, etc. For today, let's just click on customer service, hit continue. You can see here an overview of what that app contains. You get to see the objects it's pulling data from. You can see here examples of the assets it will produce. We've got a summary here of what we're going to get. Let's go ahead and hit continue. And what the platform needs to do is it needs to check that we have all the minimum requirements in place in order to build this app. Then we're going to just configure a couple of options. Won't spend much time on these because we'll look at these in more depth later on. They do, of course, depend on the particular app that you're creating. And for the sake of this demo, we'll just hit next and then next. Now let's go and give that a name. Customer Insights. And let's go ahead and click create. Now, when I click on create, that is going to take us to this screen here, which I already had running prior to what I've just shown you. And this will stay on your screen for, generally speaking, it's going to be like 10 minutes or so. And once that's done, that will take you into your brand new analytics app. You're able to scroll down and look at the various different items that we have within that app, which in this case include dashboards. We have no lenses because we haven't created any yet. We have no machine learning models, likewise, because we haven't created any yet. But we've got a bunch of data sets in here as well. You say, well, how were those created? Well, in the creation of the app from a template, what we have is we have recipes that were created, and you can see that they have been successfully run. And what we would then go ahead and do is we would click on this option here, and we would want to schedule these for regular runtime so that our data is kept fresh. Within the app, if we look at our dashboard, so some examples, we've got our case embedded dashboard, which is dragged and dropped onto a case record page in the Lightning App Builder. We have our service performance dashboard, and we have our sales performance dashboard. Now, because we have CRM Analytics Plus licenses, we can actually make copies of these and customize to suit our business, or even go in here, should it be appropriate, and actually take this dashboard. We can edit these various components or widgets. We can create new queries from our data sets and then drag and drop those onto the page, which I'll show you more about later on. But obviously, having kicked off the app, instead of going into our data manager and creating our data sets from scratch, syncing with Salesforce, etc., or actually going to the point of creating recipes, that was all done for us in the background. And again, this may not align completely with what it is that you're trying to do, but it's a great way to kickstart your analytics in your environment. It's also a great way for you to learn. So hopefully that's helpful. Just a bit of a quick intro to getting started with CRM Analytics. We've got a ton of content coming up. I'm going to try and give you at least one video per week, and over the course of this year and probably into next year, you'll learn a ton about how to master CRM Analytics. Thank you.